baseball on MLB Network. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Pat Neshek, the right-hander from the state of Wisconsin, is on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, it's not easy to bunch anything together against this guy. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of under 1.10. So we may see some hit and run, we may see some bunting, and we may see some running, because if you want to lay around and try to get hits off this guy, that's not the right thing to do. One of the top pitchers in the game right now.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Expected to get a little cooler as we go on, but the temperature at game time 68 degrees. Neshek is a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable, and when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
I'll tell you, I'm really looking forward to seeing if the man hitting 8th can stay hot. Yeah, 8th. Last month, he turned in less than 20 hits. He's just been real inconsistent. That's not terrible, but it's not good either. And he's the guy that they need to be productive. I'm looking for a bounce back here.
Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
So he sets him down swinging. Magneuris Sierra goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Martin Prado now, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. Enters play here at 279. 5 homers and 47 RBIs. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3.
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Wei-Yin Chen gets the starting assignment for the Fish in this matchup. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Sierra looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo home run here off the bat of Odubel Herrera. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
You want to certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there. That fastball was not sneaking by him.
Up next will be Nick Williams. Hard hit to first. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, I'm starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
He's set. Here it comes. A weak chopper up the line. Prado bare hands it. Got him. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a two-run shot to right center, number 33 on the year. And the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
Oh, a little quick jump right there. He does it in a variety of different ways. That time, first pitch out of the gate, he was coming unglued.
So now Carlos Santana, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play.
Carlos Santana.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Waiting on it is Brinson. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Michael Franco.
Stepping in, Maikel Franco, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. To third. Up with it now is Prado. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 3 and the Marlins nothing. Here's Starlin Castro. His career numbers against Pat Neshek. He's 3 for 9. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2. The next 0-2. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as Castro is retired here for the first out.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And he makes a terrific catch behind the plate as he turns around to glove it for the second out. At the plate, Derek Dietrich. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, 1-1.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back to back. I don't think there'll be a third.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Right side hit hard. And the Marlins are into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down, but the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
Standing in now, Garrett Cooper, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 6 home runs and 22 RBIs. Here it comes, 0-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1 left for Miami. So stepping in, J.P. Crawford having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the NL batting chase.
one of the keys to securing a win. They want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
On the ground to the right side. Castro has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has. An absolute howitzer.
Standing in, Jorge Alfaro. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. And the pitch. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Batting 9th, pitcher, Pat Neshek.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Pat Neshek, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup, because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Dietrich on the move, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they lead it 3-0. Ready now for the Marlins, Lewis Brinson. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Leaves a changeup high for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd, with a punch-out, 1 away.
The pitcher, number 54.
Now to the plate, Wei-Yin Chen. First delivery to him on the way. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sliders in for a strike.
1-1.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Marlins pitcher.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. 1 out, nobody on. Got him. Ready now, Miguel Rojas. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Circle change there, called strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Franco in foul ground, and that ends the inning. Miami down in order, still down 3-0. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
So with one gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. Little dribbler down the line. That is foul, strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit out towards second. Castro's got it. On to first, and very quickly, two are gone here in the home third.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman, Saison Hernandez.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Chen gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Hernandez absolutely feasts off of left-handed pitching. Many right-handed hitters do better against southpaws, of course, but he's about as good as it gets in the opposite-handed type of matchup. Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out. Phillies down in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Leading off the inning, Magneuris Sierra, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Herrera will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number one.
Third baseman, Martin Prado.
Coming to the plate now, Martin Prado. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now another 0-2. Swing and oh my. Hit him with the high. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a solo shot down the line in left. 6th home run on the season for him. And the Marlins strike for a run. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
He's one of the best home run hitters in the league, and rightfully so. You're not going to get cookies thrown at you every at bat. Most guys can handle a fastball, but he waited back on that off-speed pitch and drove it right out of the yard.
In now, Starlin Castro. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Castro, the former Yankee, he was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully settled in with this ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
At the plate, JT Realmuto. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Here comes the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. The 2-2 one more time. Popped him up. Alfaro moving to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Marlins able to draw just a bit closer thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Phillies 3 and the Marlins 1. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Rhys Hoskins. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
Rojas over to his left. He's got it one away.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Sierra going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Third baseman, number 7, Michael Franco.
Coming to the plate now, Michael Franco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ground ball right side. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro. Line to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
Hey, D-Row, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing him softly, station to station with those knocks.
Stepping in now, Pat Neshek, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Crawford at second, Alfaro on at first with 2 down. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
Chen sets. Here's the 0-2. And my gracious, that really drilled him as it rolls toward the first baseline. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end. Now at the plate, Derek Dietrich. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Here's a strike.
Derek Dietrich.
A bouncer up the middle. Backhanded. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Standing in now, Garrett Cooper, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Cooper brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
So it's a backwards K on the changeup that time. Garrett Cooper becomes the second out here in inning number 5.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Stepping into the box, Odubel Herrera, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
This is on the ground over to first. Cooper is there, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Up next will be Nick Williams. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Tapper up the line. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, second baseman, Saison Hernandez.
Standing in, Cesar Hernandez hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Chen gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Smoke toward the hole. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Into the box now, Rhys Hoskins. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. 0-1 the count.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Hit hard towards center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
So now Carlos Santana as he puts it on the ground to third. Up with it now is Prado. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple, but they lead it 4-1. Brian Anderson will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 15, Brian Anderson.
And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1. He comes in at 262 on the year. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Brian Anderson goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. In now, Miguel Rojas. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. And he will make the play. 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 34, Magnary Sierra.
Ready for another chance. Magneuris Sierra 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Soft liner towards center, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So now with 2 away, the middle of the order gets to bat with opportunities on base.
Now batting.
Boy, D-roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup. But this guy changeup is one of the best in the league. We'll see if he tries that different approach this time, and maybe if he gets to 2 strikes, try to use the fastball a little bit more than that straight changeup.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Marlins leave 1. They trail it 4-1. Junichi Tazawa enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 25, Junichi Tazawa.
Digging in now, Michael Franco. He'll lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
Baseman, Michael Franco.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Sierra's under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, J.P.
Riding in once again, J.P. Crawford, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. He's set, and the pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see there, he's sitting in 2nd place in the National League in that department. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Jorge Alfaro. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. Here's Castro for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. We'll see the exciting young shortstop Starlin Castro lead things off when we return. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 4 and the Marlins 1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Here's Starlin Castro. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Hit out towards second. And there's his first base hit in this one. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
So striding in, JT Realmuto. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. Digging in, Derek Dietrich. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And that's dead center for strike 1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1 and 2. Here's a high pop-up. Crawford is calling for it. 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Settling in now, Garrett Cooper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. And a slider on the inside for strike 1.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2. Dribbled up the line. Reined in. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. 1 left for Miami. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Number 75 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 75. Now playing left field and batting in the 9th spot, number 3.
Wilson Ramos is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Ramos.
For the current campaign, Ramos hits a little over the 270 mark. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot here to left, number 11 for him on the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby. You have a ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Williams.
In now, Nick Williams. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-2. Grounded softly to the right. To his right, Cooper, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The batter, second baseman, Saison Hernandez.
Now at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. Last time through was a base hit. First pitch of the at-bat. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
Rhys Hoskins will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Set. Here's the 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Hernandez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's now 5-1. Hector Neris has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 50, Hector Neris.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Lewis Brinson.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. And he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening. The pitch. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. Neris, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Here's the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Williams in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down. Our line score to this point tells the story. You see the Phillies leading this one at home here at Citizens Bank Park as we draw nearer to the end. Up next from Miami, Miguel Rojas. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
The 1-2. Now look out as this is whistled foul off to the right side. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. We'll see Carlos Santana when we come back. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Phillies 5 and the Marlins 1. Brad Ziegler will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
29, Brad Ziegler.
Carlos Santana will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Carlos Santana.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And right into the shift. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Third baseman, number 7, Michael Franco.
Ready for another shot now, Michael Franco. The batter-pitcher numbers with Brad Ziegler. Batting .500, 4 for 8. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded fouled off to the right side. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Here's a swing and a ground ball hit to Prado at third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Hit sharply on the ground. That gets through for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4 in this one. So with that, we're not done with the bottom of the 8th quite yet.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro, as he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. 2-seam fastball, sinker. He stayed inside it. Didn't have the action the pitcher would have liked.
You know, that's a sinker right there, Mark. It's intended to be down in the zone, and this pitcher better get the ball down because he can't live up in the strike zone.
Asdrubal Cabrera will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Asdrubal Cabrera.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. The batter-pitcher numbers with Brad Ziegler. He's 1 for 5. Crawford over at second. Alfaro at first. 2 out in the inning. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back in the city of brotherly love for the 9th inning of this one on MLB Network. Aaron Nola comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Aaron Nola.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Welcome to my world right here, batter. I've seen this 0-2 count way too many times. Hittable pitch in the middle of the zone, you take one. Slider in the dirt, you come unglued. Now you got to step out of the box. You have no idea what's going to happen.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Magneuris Sierra becomes the first out in the 9th inning. Throw on to first to be in time, and the Marlins are now down to their final out of the game.
The batter, number 13.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Starlin Castro. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
He's going to step out of the box, adjusting.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
It's always nice to take the opener of a 4-game set when you're at home. That sets the stage for the rest of the series, and it gives you a good springboard the rest of the way.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. Philadelphia jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Pat Neshek earns his 6th winning decision in this one. So that just about does it.